Hello, hello, hello. It's Cheryl with Sew Glue and Cheryl too. I'm going to have to do some adjusting because we're going to do some work with the iron today. But let me get myself pulled up here so I can see comments. Okay. I have to do some adjusting because we're going to... All right. So hopefully I can see comments from there. And I'm going to do some shifting so that you can see me with the iron. So if you're coming in, come in and say hello. And let me know you're here. While you're doing that, I am going to pull myself up here and sprinkle myself out. Real quick. Okay, and I need to turn my computer off so that you guys don't have that noise. Okay. Come on in and let me know you're here. This is Cheryl with Sew Glue and Cheryl too. We're going to be doing some fun things with some jeans. Turn off my work computer so you don't have that noise. Hello, hello, hello. Come in and say hi. Let me know you're here. Hi, Chris. It's good to see you, my friend. How are you today? Hi, Lucy. Happy Wednesday to you. Thank you for sprinkling me out. I appreciate that. That really helps me. I really appreciate that. We're going to do some fun things today. I have a pair of jeans that I had to sew some patches on, and I thought, well, what a better way to, let's decorate the jeans up. So we're going to decorate the jeans up today. So I'll kind of share with you a little bit about what I have so far. So I actually went on Amazon and I purchased these beauties. They are appliques, but they don't have the sticky on the back. So they're not iron-on appliques. Good. I'm so glad that you're doing well because it's been a while. I know I have been kind of down and out with the flu. 2 weeks ago, I had the flu. Then I came down with the head cold. My voice hasn't completely come back yet, but it's getting better. And at least I can talk without coughing my brains out. So I do have on my my exclamation Amazon link. If you want to get that from the chat bot, I have the applique. It's actually on my Amazon. It wasn't very expensive, but what I wanted to do was applique them to my jeans. But because they don't have any sticky stuff to them, I got, I think I saw that, so Michelle with Pretty Pieces by Michelle had this stuff. It's Flexi Fuse. And so it is like iron on and it's double-sided, but it has paper on one side so that it helps you handle it. And then all you gotta do is pull the paper off, put it down, and you can iron it. So we're gonna try our hand at this. I've read the directions. Flexi Fuse. This is in the exclamation Amazon as well, if you need it. But it's like iron. It makes things iron on for you. So I'm going to set that aside for a second. So I pulled out a piece of it. It has paper on the back, and it has texture on one side. And I believe that once I take it off, so we're going to try it. Hopefully it works. Hopefully I bought the right stuff to make it work. Oh, you've used it. Good. Fingers crossed that I can do it right. So I need to stick it down on the flour. So I'm laying it kind of in the paper. It says to trace it out and cut, and well, I couldn't get it to the pencil to write on the paper very well. So I'm like, heck. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put parchment paper down between my iron and the applique so that I can get it at least fixed to this piece first. And then what I'll do is I'll trim it out so that then I can fix it to the jeans. So we'll do this in a couple step process here. So I just don't want my iron to touch that sticky stuff, because this is my good iron. Okay. And so I'm just gonna put the iron down on it for a couple minutes. Let's see, it says 5 to 8 seconds. So apparently it's pretty quick. And so what I want to do is I want to get the whole back of the flour attached. And then what I can do is I can come back with my grungy old scissors and trim out the flour. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay. All right, so far, yeah, looks like it's sticking to the paper. Hallelujah. So I have the paper on the other side. So what I'm going to do is let me go ahead and do this one. Let that cool for a little bit. And then I can trim it out with my scissors. But I want to get this other one because I want to put them on the leg of my jeans. So let me iron this one down. And hopefully, fingers crossed, everything sticks the way it's supposed to. So when I said we're going to get ourselves into trouble, this is what I meant. See what we can get ourselves into. It says 5 to 8 seconds, but I want to make sure that it truly is stuck down. So, okay. I didn't have any lives this week, so I decided to, or any events this week, so I decided to just kind of go on my own this week. So today I was going to try this, and tomorrow, fingers crossed, if I can get done with work in plenty of time before I have to go to house church, I want to try to make a banner, because I have one of these that's backwards reading from what it was an extra one that Michelle had printed, because the paper is I guess 2 fit on a paper, so she sent me the second one. And so I'm going to make a banner so I can hang maybe a banner behind me or something. So we'll give it a shot and see what happens tomorrow. But watch Chris and Lucy watch for my my posts. I'll post. Okay, so this one is cool. This one is not. I'm going to use my... Oh, no, it didn't. Did not... Some of the corners of the flowers didn't stick down, so I'm going to need to maybe hold it down a little bit longer on the flowers, on the the edges of the flowers. because I want to make sure, I don't want, when I wash them, I don't want the edges to come up. Even if I wash them in cold wash, I wash them cold wash in the washing machine, they tumble. And see if I can make sure. Is this one? Just a few. This one a little bit more so. Okay. So I'll just swap them out, let this one cool. Ooh, that is hot. So what have you been up to, Chris? I'm sorry I haven't been on the book much because I've kind of been out of commission, but so I haven't seen what you've been doing lately. Oh, your phone died. Oh, here I am talking to you the whole time. No worries. Lucy, have you made any good crafts lately? I've kind of been out of touch on things. What have you been up to, Chris? I haven't, like I said, I was been sick, and so a lot of times when you're sick, you don't. All I wanted to do was lay on the couch and sleep. So I didn't even tune into anybody's lives or any events or anything, hardly. Okay, so I just had to glue those back down again because the tips of the flowers were not completely adhered to the paper. Okay. Yeah, it has been a while, I know. You've been painting. You just did a set of row houses. Oh, that's cool. You have to, I'm assuming you posted it on your page. If so, I'll go look afterwards. But yes, so this is week 3. Two previous weeks ago, I came down with the flu, and then after I had the flu, I had this cold, and it just this thing is hanging on. I don't feel bad anymore, but it sounds like it in my voice. You just posted it. Perfect. I'll go look at after my live. I'll go check it out. So I'm gonna now I got them, I think, sufficiently glued. I'm going to try to cut it out. And I'm just going to use my yucky, goopy scissors because I don't want to use my good sewing scissors. So I am just going to go in here and kind of trim these out. It said to go ahead and leave a little bit of an edge. I don't know if that's completely necessary or not. I just don't want it to show on my jeans. So I'm assuming it won't, but I'm going to kind of cut as close as I can to the applique. Now the appliques, if you're just coming in, I bought these appliques on Amazon, and I have an exclamation Amazon chatbot link if you want to check out my Amazon link. And then I also purchased the FlexiFuse on Amazon as well, and that's what I'm using because these particular appliques they're not iron-on appliques, and so I have to make them be iron-on appliques. And so I'm just kind of trimming around them, getting rid of the extra sticky stuff because it's no good anymore because I've ironed it. and it kind of came off on the parchment paper. But it kind of feels like it's giving it a little bit of a sticky or a stiffer backing too. Thank you. Yeah, I thought that it would be really pretty to kind of put them on one of the legs of my jeans. Seeing as how I had to patch them anyway. So I patched the holes. But now I thought, well, let's do that. And then once I put the applique on, I dug out my Totally Dazzled. Because I would like to put some Totally Dazzled bling on the pockets of my jeans. So I thought, well, I'll put the flower applique on and then we'll come in and try some of the Totally Dazzled stuff. I've not done the heat transferred Totally Dazzled stuff before either. So we're kind of crossing some new ground. So anyway, and so we decided we're going to go camping this weekend. The bigger the holes, the better. I know. I'm sorry. I am not a holy jeans kind of person. I'm not with the end times. I know I have some friends who I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to act my age. I'm going to kind of trim out. It's taken a hot minute to trim out this applique because it's so intricate. And I'm going to have to do that with the other one too. And then we'll bring the jeans over so you guys can see them a little bit better. They're over here, but hi, Kathy. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm not a holy jean kind of person. So, we are decorating a pair of jeans today, Kathy. I have a pair of jeans that I've already patched the holes. And so what I thought I would do is patches and all. I thought I would add some pretty appliques to the jeans, and then we would do some blinging. Thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate that. So I got this applique on Amazon. I bought it a while back because the jeans have been out of commission for a while, and I needed to dig out the jean material patch stuff. And well, you know, sometimes it's like, well, you got to clean some things before you can get to it to find it. Now that's what I had to do. So I went through the entire week even though I was sick, when I felt halfway decent and like I was a human, I spent the time actually, while my husband was away on mission, cleaning my craft room and kind of going through and getting rid of the stuff, decluttering, the stuff that I don't use, the stuff that I don't. Okay, so here is the applique. Now it has the flexi fuse on the back of it. So I just got to cut out the other one. This is the second one. And I ironed it onto the flexi fuse so that I can use the paper, and I'll pull off the paper when we're ready to place it on my jeans and actually iron it on. But you have to cut away the extra flexi fuse paper because it's no good after because it stuck to the parchment paper when I ironed it on. So, and it'll be easier to place things on the jeans once I get the flowers trimmed out. So I'm just cutting them out. So I did a lot of cleaning and organizing and getting rid of some stuff, and so now I can actually feel like I can function in my craft room, believe it or not. And then hopefully we'll have a sale here in the near future with Craft Events by Julie. Just so you know, Kathy, I think last time we talked, we planned the sale is going to be on March 3rd. I believe, or March 2nd. Whatever Saturday that is. May. Whatever Saturday, that first Saturday is in May. I think it's the 2nd. Maybe it's the 2nd. So I spent a lot of time doing that. And it was kind of hard to go live when you have such a mess in your craft room. So I didn't go live very often. I just went on the ones that I was on an event. So we're going to cut this out. Get rid of this. Hopefully it'll stick. Just trying to cut it out the best I can, but trying to focus on that. So, I was getting ready to, so we decided we're going to go camping this weekend. It is, I think one Saturday it's supposed to be, 68 degrees. So it's not going to be too bad of weather. And then Sunday it's supposed to be like 70. So probably won't be shorts weather, but we're going to go camping so that we can kind of test out the new RV. And we have some friends that we're going to take with us because they just purchased an RV similar to ours. And we're going to kind of show them the ropes on what it takes to hook up the RV and all of that when you go camping. Because they're going to go on a road trip. And they'll stay at like a variety of different campgrounds on their way to go visit their family in Texas. So we're going to do that. And then my husband will fly out. He'll fly out on Sunday night because he has to go to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for a job interview. There's been a company that has been headhunting him, and so they've been he's gone through several interviewing processes with the company, and so they've asked him if they could fly him out so that they could meet him in person. And so, all right, so here are my jeans. Hopefully you can see these okay. You may have to move your comments over if you need to be able to see them. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of pull my pocket up. And what I want to do is I want to iron my jeans a little bit. Okay. So that they're nice and flat. Okay. Need to get that parchment paper again. All right. So I think what I want to do is can you see? Hopefully you can see that. I want to lay it down so that it kind of goes on the side of the leg going down, but it's the way it'll kind of fill up the front part and then go down. So let's see if we can get the paper off the back. Maybe. If there's a trick, let me know. Chris, since you've done this before. It doesn't tell you how to get the paper off of the back. Woo. Let me see if I can take off the glasses so that... Okay. Do we just pull it off? Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, so when you pull the applique and it starts to separate then with it and the sealing stuff, whatever it is. And it actually pulls away from the paper. So, like I said, we're doing something new because I have never used this before. Okay. Here we go. All right. This takes a minute. Okay, there we go. Okay, I don't know if you can see this very well or not, but you can see kind of, oh yeah, you can see kind of the webbing in between the flowers. Well, when you pull it off, it just comes off. No trick to it, you just have to pull it. Okay, so now I'm gonna place it again where I want it on my jeans. I'm gonna place my parchment paper back down, and then we're gonna try to glue it, seal it, whatever you want to affix it to my jeans. And now I'm not moving my iron, I'm just picking it up and moving it to the next spot to heat up, see if I can fuse it to my jeans. And I have my iron on high, on cotton. It's on the cotton setting. And so we'll see if we can't get the applique to stay on my jeans. Okay. We're going to try it. We're going to see. Oh, the iron has been on so long that it says, no, we're going to turn off. Okay. We're going to see if it works. Okay. It looks like it's kind of affixed to it. Let me... There you go. On the... it's looking like it's staying. Woohoo! All right. So I'm going to move my pants down just a little bit so you guys can see. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay... Okay, so I'm going to take the other applique and I'm just going to kind of decide where I want it. Maybe... Okay. I think that's where I'm going to kind of have it kind of interlock with the other one so it kind of looks like it's flowing down my pants. Okay, so let's see if we can get the back off of this one. There we go. It's kind of tricky stuff. It's like you think you have to pull it, but you pull the applique and it comes off with the applique. It's kind of cool. And it kind of disappears on your, once you have your iron, it kind of disappears. Oh, there's an area that needs to have a little bit more heat. Let me see if I can let it sit on that for a minute while I'm working on pulling the rest of the paper off on this one. I just happened to notice that as it starts to cool, and I guess that maybe that's the trick, you have to kind of double check it if it starts to cool. And really just kind of reapply the heat. My iron is like, had enough. It says, no, ma'am. Okay. Let me see if I can up closer to the top where when I move the jeans, I must have moved it too fast. Probably need to let it sit and cool before you move the pants or fabric or whatever it is that you're using to okay. And one of the leaves, I think maybe a little pressure also helps too. Okay. We're going to let that sit and cool. In the meantime, we'll iron this one on. Okay, I think that that's where I want it. So I'm just going to put my parchment paper down and going to set it down, and hopefully this one will fix. It looks like it's starting to stay now. I'm just going to pick up my iron and move it a few places to heat it up. And then after that, we're going to work on some Totally Dazzled on the pockets. My iron is objecting to be on. Had the iron on earlier because I did the pre-work of doing the patches. And so I've had my iron on for a little while. Apparently it doesn't like it. It says, no ma'am, don't want to be on this long. It keeps turning off. It's like, whoa. It's pretty bad when your iron is smarter than you. Okay. Oh, I see a few areas that are still not quite. And we'll let this cool. So it looks like that's the key. You can't move it until after it's cool, because it wants to separate from wherever it's at. Okay. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay, that iron will probably want to turn off before we are completely done, but that's okay. Okay, so once that cools, I'll lift it up and I'll show you the pants. In the meantime, let me grab it so that you guys can see it. So I had gotten a gift certificate or something from Totally Dazzled. And so this was right as they were coming out with the rhinestone stencils. So this is the Faith set. And it's just called Faith set, and it's got 12 different stencils, if you can kind of see. And so what I did was I went through and kind of figured out of all of the different stencils that they had in this particular pack, I figured out what would actually fit on the back of the pockets, because what I'd like to do is I'd like to put this cross on the back of the pockets. So I have a little bling in my swing. Get it? But one of the things, after watching and doing a little bit of investigation, I guess, on how to use these, I watched a few of the Totally Dazzled crafters that get the product and kind of promote the product. And one of the things that they had learned was it's easier to do it on glass. I do not have like a glass surface for my crafting, but what I did have was I had a piece of glass out of a frame. So I just pulled the glass out of the frame. Yeah, swing and bling, right? This is like when the butt chick moves, and the bling moves too. But anyway, so let me see if these are cool enough that I can show you. Yeah, it's still pretty hot. I am afraid to kind of move it yet. But what we can do is I can show you that after we do this. So they said, because when you pull your transfer off, it's got a sticky on the back. And that's the best thing to do, is just to have it kind of stick to the glass so that it can hold the actual stencil. And then it comes with this little, I don't know, it looks like an eraser, but what it does is it helps move the stones around. I have my picker just in case, but it came with some crystal, SS10 size crystal bling. I'm sorry, my arms aren't long enough to kind of get it as close as I can to but what I thought I would do is let's go ahead and do one, and then we can put it on the pockets once these are cooled. Okay. So I'm just going to put some of the bling, and if I don't seal up the package, you know me, you guys, I spill it all over the place. So, all right. So I guess what they do, and this is like an iron sheet. It's like it protects the crystals, but helps transfer the heat. So we'll use that when we actually go to place it on the pockets. So I just have the crystals in this little tray, and I'm going to kind of pour them in here around. And then they say to just use this little eraser thing to kind of help move the crystals around into the holes of the transfer. It doesn't look like it's working very good for me, because some of the bling is turned upside down. So let me get the pencil, the rhinestone picker pen. All right, And I'm just gonna kind of move some of it around, and it has to, I guess all of the bling has to be fixed up, because then we have a sticky piece that will go down and catch the bling. So let me get the bling off of here that is turned upside down so that we can put it in the right spots. Okay. And I guess you just have to fit it into the holes and just make sure that you don't have any extra bling, because when you lay your sticky paper down to pick up the bling and place it, you want the bling facing up, and the I guess the adhesive stuff that's on the back of the gems to be facing down. So let's see if we can get this. I'm sorry, I know it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing because I'm so far away, but I'll show you here in just a minute. I just want to make sure I get the, and it's so these particular stencils are for the SS10 size gem, and I don't know, with Totally Dazzled being purchased by European Excellency. Totally Dazzled actually was purchased by European Excellency. So, and that's a pretty good company. My understanding is that they have some really nice napkins and rice papers and things like that. And they're picking up the Totally Dazzled line. Okay. So let me move this out of the way so that I don't spill all of them. So when they gave you the stencil, on the other side of it, they have this transfer. It's like a sticky transfer paper. And so you pull the sticky transfer paper off, maybe. Okay. And so it's sticky on this side. And then you take it and you just lay it on top of the image. Oh. And make sure, so I saw them kind of use the eraser to kind of pat it down. Pardon me. Because what you want it to do, oops, I see an extra bling that doesn't belong there. What you want the transfer to do is to actually pick up the bling so that you can transfer the shape onto your fabric, or whatever item you're going to actually do the. So let's see if we got it. There we go. No. Okay. There we go. I'll show you. So it's on this now. And I see a piece of bling that's arguing with me. Doesn't want to. Okay. So let me move my little glass thing out of the way. Here are, oh yeah, that's nice and cool. So here are the jeans. Let me lay this down here so that I don't. Okay, so here's the jeans and the appliques that we just affixed to the jeans. So, and they look like they're stuck on pretty good. Oh, there's one section that keeps coming off, but I think it's because, so I may have to hand stitch that just to make sure that it stays stuck to my jeans, because I think that this is going to be a part up here that gets a lot of movement. Yeah, a lot, because it's close to my waist, and you know, that little baby belly that when you have kids, you get blessed with. So, okay. So now I'm gonna put this on the pocket. All right. So now you take your sticky and you place it where you want it on the pocket. Okay. And then one of the gems keeps turning over. Okay. So you kind of, and I'm just going to use this little eraser thing to kind of help pat it down. And then you take this Teflon sheet that they give you, and you kind of put it over, and you set your iron down. They said, do not move your iron, because if you move your iron, it will actually move the gems. And so it'll be not in the arrangement that you want. So we're just going to kind of set it and leave it for a couple minutes. And then we can pick it up and move it to the next spot just to make sure that it's completely affixed. And I'm going to do that on both back pockets. Here goes the iron again. Okay. So we'll work on that. And we'll see what it looks like. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can pull off the... Whew. Sure is hot. Here we go. Okay. Still has it sticky, so I'm going to stick it back down to this for a minute. Okay. There we go. It's on the back pocket. So got a little bling to the swing. I'm going to put one more on the other side, on the other pocket. Why not? You know, equal opportunity swing with bling. All right. So let me grab the glass again. And I agree with them. I think that it does help a lot better with the glass. But I'm going to go ahead and just grab the picker pen and put some of the bling in the holes, because that I don't know, I wasn't, maybe I'm just not patient enough with the little eraser, but we'll stick the bling in the template, and then we'll do it all over again. Is it starting to get warm where you guys are at? I could have my own coat. Yeah, probably not. I didn't grow up with the fashionista. This is just me playing. We have flowers on the front and God on the back, I guess. I don't know. I grew up as a tomboy, so I really didn't have like a lot of the girly girl fashion desires. when I was young. I would have rather have been playing in the woods, climbing trees instead of warm one day and cold the next. I know. That's why I had this. It's because it's crazy. This weather can't make up its mind. I heard somebody the other day say that Mother Nature is bipolar. She can't make up her mind. She's hot one day and cold the next. All right. So this template is fairly, they've got fairly big holes, which are surprising to me, but so the bling sits in the holes pretty easily when you go to fill in the template. Do you guys have any of these? Do you have any of the Totally Dazzled stencils, or have you tried any of them? I wanted to try it, but I just had never gotten to it. Okay, so I'm going to get my transfer paper again, and we're going to lay it down. Okay, see if I can get the gems to stick this time. Okay. Nope. Have to kind of watch them as you pull them up to see if they're coming up with the transfer paper. Okay, there we go. Let me put that there. All right, so we're going to move over here to the pair of jeans again. And so I've got my, oh, it's kind of hard to see. There we go. The cross kind of on the transfer. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to line it up best I can. Okay, and I'm going to use my little eraser to kind of help flatten it all out. I see one of the blings doesn't want to cooperate. There we go. Okay. Everything looks good. I'm going to go ahead and put it down. Put the iron down and set it. Forget it. I don't want to forget it, but you want to set it and leave it. It's actually looking pretty cool. The gems on the other pocket are cool already, so they're stuck. And I think I imagine you can probably wash your pants in regular wash, but I have a tendency to wash a lot of my stuff in cold wash and gentle. So I will probably wash these jeans on cold wash in gentle. Just to be careful with the applique as well as the bling on the back pocket. So while I'm finishing this up, I've got a few minutes left of my live. I want to not take up everybody's time, but so do we have any prayer requests? One thing that people who look at your swing will also get a dose of Jesus, right? Jesus is on the booty, right? Either that or it'll be like, turn your eyes away, divert your eyes away. You're looking at the wrong thing. Okay. Let's see. Woo, okay. That looks good. It looks like it's... Okay, so I'm going to let that cool for just a minute. I'm going to stick this adhesive stuff. I think they said you can, because this is adhesive stuff, you can only use it a few times. But they did originally sell extra of that sticky adhesive paper. But I'm assuming that European Excellency will do the same thing. Thank you. So I'm just trying to let it cool for a minute, and then I'll show you guys. And then, do we have any prayer requests out there? I'm going to go ahead and turn my iron off because it's not liking me at the moment. Okay, there we go. There we go. We got the cross on the back pockets, and we got the applique on the front. Whoop, whoop. I'm going to see if I can set the iron on that tip it a little bit longer and see if it'll, while the iron is still cooling, and see if it will fix that piece. Okay, do we have any... Thank you. Do we have any prayer requests, you guys? Thank you. I appreciate you guys coming in and spending time with me. I knew it was there's always a lot of events going on, so I think I'm going to try to come live tomorrow, and I have this stuff. So I have an extra logo. There we go. An extra logo. And I'm going to try to make a banner. I have some fabric that I went through, and when I did some cleaning out, I found this. So we're going to try to make a banner. This is an awful big piece of fabric, but we'll cut it down, and so I'll do the iron on, and then probably we'll do some sewing maybe on the banner, just to kind of do something different for once. But I'm going to try to do that tomorrow. I'm going to try to come live tomorrow. I don't know what time yet, because a lot of it will be my work day dictates what like what time I'm done with work. So we'll have to see how that goes. But okay. So I'm just gonna leave that sit there, because the iron is turned off, so it's just cooling down. But I'm gonna leave it sit there. Since I didn't see any prayer requests at this point in time, I think Kathy, I still have you down for your son-in-law. Is that still appropriate? Because I still have him. You're gonna try to go on at 11 Eastern. Oh, tomorrow you're gonna try to go live at 11 Eastern? Are you doing a sale, or are you just gonna go live? Thank you for showing those flowers. I half tempted to, okay. Oh, yes, it is for your, future son-in-law. Okay. I keep him on my list. Chris, how are things going in your world? I know you had some family, that your family needed prayers. Is that still true? You're going to craft tomorrow? Okay. At 11, which is 9 my time. Okay. I may be a little late, but I will try to join. I have a dentist appointment and I won't be done out of the chair until 9 o'clock my time. But as soon as I can get home and get the computer turned on, then I will make sure to tune in and let you know I am watching. So I will do that. But yes, okay. So let's go ahead and let's bow our heads and let's have a quick prayer, and then I'll let you guys go on for your evenings. And thank you very much. I appreciate you guys joining me. But let's go ahead and pray. Dear Lord, we give you the thanks and the glory for the day. We thank you for opening up this day and giving us the opportunity to be able to live life and enjoy crafting and just get an opportunity to be with you throughout the day, Lord. And we just come to you with a few quests. We are asking for just your grace and your blessing over a young man who is looking to join the family. And we just ask that you reveal yourself to him and help him understand you, learn you, and become a better follower of you, Lord, as that is what is desired to participate in this particular family, Lord. And we just ask your blessing upon that family, Lord. And we just ask that you be with Chris's family as the family unit is still in different parts of the state, and we have elderly parents that are still needing care and help and assistance. And we just ask that you be with Chris and bless Chris and her husband as they navigate these waters of assisting family members, Lord. And we just ask that you bless them as well and reveal yourself to them, each and every one within that family, so that they know that it is you and that it is you and your miracles that we can give the glory to, Lord. And we just ask any grace and love and peace and understanding and wisdom for any of those unasked prayers out there or those unspoken prayers, Lord. And we ask all of this in your name, we pray. Amen. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate the time that you are coming in to spend with us. And I will show you the one last time. Here is the applique that we use the Flexi Fuse on the front of the jeans. And then we did a little Totally Dazzled stencil with the bling in the swing on the pockets. So thank you guys. I thank you guys. I love you. And I wish you guys a blessed evening. And now I just gotta make my way to the phone to close out the live. But I appreciate you guys. I love you guys, and God bless. I think we need to model them. Catch me on a live in the future. Maybe I'll have them on when I'm on a live. Maybe tomorrow. All right. God bless you guys. Love you. Bye-bye.